Andy Douglas was a 2-year starter at shooting guard for the Quincy High School Blue Devils and set the school record for three-pointers made in a season with 68 his senior year. He helped the Blue Devils reach the Class 2A Super Sexual in 2000 when they finished with a 25-15 record, and as a sophomore, he played on the team that reached the state finals and finished third place in 1998. Douglas is one of 6 players in program history with 100 or more three-pointers made in a career, and he finished with 735 career points. Andy's been a coach in the Blue Devil basketball program at every level, from junior high through varsity assistant coach. In his time as head coach of the Liberty Eagles, his team's won 2 regionals, and he's at an overall record of 83-36. And now it is my pleasure to announce your new Quincy High School Blue Devil basketball coach, Andy Douglas.
This is the home of Quincy High Blue Devil basketball. This is Blue Devil Gym. The tradition continues.
Okay, it just hit me. I guess before I get started, I want to take a selfie because that's what people do, I guess, nowadays. So everybody smile. There you go. That'll show the kids that I'm still a little young there. First off, I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight in support of Blue Devil basketball for myself and my family. I want to thank Danielle Edgar at the high school, Bill Sanders, who is here now, Saeed Ali, who is extremely passionate, and I know you guys heard it in his speech before, but he is extremely passionate about Quincy High School basketball, but also Quincy High School in general. And I think it showed in the effort that he and the committee members put forth as they searched for the next coach. So I want to thank them as well. The committee members, thank you guys. We may not agree on everything, but the one thing we have in common is our respect and pride for Blue Devil basketball. So I thank you guys. I want to thank the board who voted 6-0 for me. Appreciate, or 5-1, sorry. Appreciate that. I really do, though. I mean, I've gotten phone calls from them and a lot of support so far. So I really appreciate everything that you guys have done and will continue to do. So I appreciate that. And then also Superintendent Steve Cobb, who I've had the opportunity to meet, and I know our relationship will grow throughout the years, but a lot of positive things, and I'm looking forward to continue to work with you. To my friends, who a lot of them are here, I want to thank them for all the support. They've been there, a lot of them since high school, a lot of players that I've played with in the past. So I want to thank you guys. My family, who the majority of them are sitting right here, but my mom and dad, my brother Aaron, who is sitting right here videoing this whole thing. Thanks a lot. My uncles, a couple of them are here today, cousins, my in-laws made the trip from Belleville. So I'm blessed and thankful for the support system that I have, and it really makes me who I am. To Liberty High School, and when I think about the support that they showed me, not really knowing, I guess, a little who I was, but accepting me out there was huge, and I couldn't thank them enough for everything that they did to make my job easier, to make my job great. I really appreciate the support that they've shown. To my former players, it was really the hardest thing I've had to do in coaching was say bye to them. They're a really special group, will always hold a place in my heart. They gave me everything, anything and everything that I asked of them. They did. They didn't question it, and sometimes it was a little wild and crazy, but they didn't question it. They went with it. I could not be more thankful to all of my players that I had the last 4 years there. And to my wife, Linda, my son, Landon, and our future son or daughter, please pray for a son. You guys, I mean, through everything, it's really difficult being a coach's wife and son, and they deal with a lot throughout the year. I know I'm probably difficult. I know I am difficult to live with at times. I got that from my dad, but I really want to thank you guys for all the support that you have shown me, for you guys being there, making the trips. Again, I don't know how it would be without you, but I'm really blessed, and I really don't want to find out. So thank you so much. Okay, first off, I really don't need to do the introduction since they already did, so I'll pass on that. But a quick story. My first experience here at Quincy High School was in, I believe, 4th or 5th grade. My dad was a boys basketball coach, high school level, around the St. Louis area, and he brought his team here to show them what Quincy basketball was all about. My mom had to raise, at the time, there were 4 boys in the house, so I think she really wanted to just get one out, and luckily I was the one she got out, so I got to tag along with them as we came here and took in a high school Blue Devil basketball game, and that was my first true experience, and I remember everything. I remember where we parked. I remember where we sat. I remember being a little nervous hearing the crowd roar when I was out there in that hallway. And I remember sitting up at the very top because it was packed. And I remember the atmosphere. It was electric. And at that point, we ended up moving here right before I was going into junior high. And at that point, I really knew that I really wanted to be here. This was better than any NBA basketball team I could cheer for or college at the time. So I knew then that I really wanted to be a part of Quincy Blue Devil basketball, and it's unbelievable, but here I am now. I know the expectation level in Quincy is extremely high, and I welcome that because my expectations of this program are extremely high as well. I have a lot of pride in being a former player and former coach in this gym, in the actions that a Blue Devil basketball player has, the amount of respect that a Blue Devil basketball player has. I have a lot of pride in that. I know my youth, some could question, while I don't feel young all the time. I golfed last weekend and swung a little too hard a couple times, and my back is still hurting from that. But my youth, people may question, but you can't question the heart that I have for this program. I'll tell the guys this when I meet with them, and I'll continue to tell them. It's a learning process for me, and it will be 20 years from now. And it's a learning process for them as well. And it's a path and a road that I'm really looking forward to going on with those guys. But I also think that because of these expectations, that we've had for years of Quincy High School Blue Devil basketball. It's made the program what it is. It's always put this program on a higher level. So again, it's something I'm really looking forward to tackling in the years to come. One of the things I wanted to hit on, I've heard a lot and have had a lot of conversations, and I know the players are really probably tired of hearing it. I know I would be if I was one, but you hear about, well, there's not talent walking in the hallways. There's not Division I basketball players walking in the hallways. Well, the Division I part last couple of years might be true, but what we have to do as a program, what we have to do as a community is we have to develop the players that are playing in this program. And it's something that I hold true to my heart. My family holds true to their heart. It's something that I'm really looking forward to starting here in elementary basketball league, bringing back the Baldwin League. I know some of the players that have been here in the program, we always enjoyed working it, reffing it. But those leagues, I think, are vital to the success of our program. You're dealt a hand, and that hand that you're dealt, you can either sit back and let it go, or you can do something about it. And I look forward to doing something about that in the developmental leagues here in Quincy. The real thing I want kids to, when they go to school, when they walk by this gym, when they think about Blue Devil basketball, I want them to be proud and want to take a next step, to want to put forth extra effort to be a part of this excellent program. I want kids to go to bed like I did when I was a kid after 4th and 5th grade and dream to be a Blue Devil and dream to play on this floor. That's a true goal that I have for this program. Now, the players, you guys are probably going to get sick of hearing a lot of the quotes that I have, but throughout my years of coaching, quotes have been a big part of it. I found a lot of motivation in them. One of my favorite ones is, you either get better or you get worse. You never stay the same. We're going to demand a lot out of our players. We're going to demand a lot out of our coaches. And I think you have to if you want to be held to an excellent level, which Quincy Blue Devil basketball is. It's my job to develop you guys as basketball players, but most importantly, I want to be able to develop you as human beings, as people, as citizens of Quincy, and people to go on and do big things for the world. So I think that's really important for me to get out. It's always been my philosophy. I know a lot of coaches come up and they just say, well, we want to win. At the end of the day, we want more wins. That's what we want. Well, I'm all for that. I really want that. But I understand that there's a process to get to that point. And if we can improve each and every day, whether it's with our families, with your individual relationships with other people, your classmates, your teachers, school, whatever it is, if we can improve each and every day we wake up and get out of bed, I define that as success. So when you guys are done playing here, when you're done playing for me, I'll tell you the same thing I've told the players that I've coached for years, and that's I want you to be able to look back and see the strides that you guys have made as basketball players, but I also want you to be able to look back and see the strides that you guys have made as individuals. Excuse me. Now I guess to talk a little bit, and I won't get in depth, we could go for a while, on my philosophies on defense and offense. First off, my defensive philosophy revolves around being aggressive, disruptive, and disciplined. We've always played, and the kids that I've coached have really loved the full court style of defense, pressing, picking up full court, half court, being aggressive as well, and it translates back into the half court defense that we're going to set. But I really want to be aggressive in what we do. Understand that the staple of Quincy basketball has always been and always will be started, and the foundation of it has been started on defensive end of the floor. And I know in watching you guys play that it's something that you guys have taken to heart. And watching the coaches coach, it's something that they take to heart. So it's an important part in what we do here at Quincy. Overall, it's our goal, and we want to have pride in getting stops on the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, we want to be more of an up-tempo style team. The guys at Liberty did a phenomenal job of developing from that first practice to the end, each and every team that I've had. We want to be an up-tempo team. Understand that that's going to take you guys getting out and running a little more off of the basketball court. It's going to take some dedication, but it's a really fun style to play, and it's a fun style to watch as well. Also, I really want, I think it's going to be vital to this program that the ideas that I have on the defensive end, that ideas that we come up with as coaches at the highest level, they're going to trickle down to the lower levels that we have here in Quincy. I want players at the youngest level to be able to recognize what we do on the defensive end. I want players at junior high to be able to recognize what we do so that they're ready and developed when they reach the high school level. One of the unique things about Quincy basketball has always been the crowd, the community support that we've had here in Quincy. I remember playing, and I should have JD come up here and tell the story. But I remember playing. We played Rock Island for the Western Big Six title, and we were back in the locker room just doing our job, mentally getting ourselves ready for the game. And we come running out of the tunnel, and I remember vividly, and I won't use the words he used, but my cousin DJ said, "Holy crap, look how many people are here." And the stands were full. There were people on the stairs. They were all over the place. And it's something that obviously we've had that for years. And it's something that I look forward to bringing back. I think that our players, when you look at what they do, I mean, it's a full-time job being an athlete, a student athlete. They're at school 8 hours a day. They come and practice. They lift weights. I mean, they're putting in 13-hour work days. And I think the least that we could do as a community is support what they do. No matter what happens, be there to support them. I know that Coach Leggett always used to say that the fans here, the crowd here, gave Quincy a 10-point cushion. Well, I want the 10-point cushion back. I want those points back. So I'm looking forward to bringing guys back in the stands. Lastly, you can go with that if you want. That's all right. Lastly, I really want to thank everybody for coming and showing your support for myself, for my family, but most importantly, showing the support that you guys have for the Quincy Blue Devil basketball program and the support that you have, most of all, for the kids that are going to be working on carrying out a positive legacy when it's all said and done. And I think that's really important. You're going to hear me talk a lot about support the years to come because it's something that I obviously have. I have a very strong support system, and it starts with my parents. I have a very strong one, and I think that the kids need that support system. They need that from the community. They need that from the coaches. So it's going to be a challenge. I understand that. I'm looking forward to that challenge. I'm looking forward to developing relationships with the players. The one thing that we haven't had the opportunity to do since the hiring is meet. So I'm really looking forward to getting to know you guys on a deeper level. Some of you guys I know. Some of you guys, a couple of knuckleheads I dealt with at Washington School. But I'm really looking forward to building those relationships and getting the most out of you guys. And lastly, I really feel, and it really hit me when I was back there and walked into an empty locker room, and it's been such a special place in my heart. It's been a place where I've spent a lot of time as an athlete, as a coach. And I was sitting down and I'm thinking at the desk that all the other coaches sat at. And I can really say that it's something that this job, this opportunity is something that I've been preparing for my entire life. And it's amazing the path that God takes you on in your life. And I did just say God in school. I want to apologize for that. But it truly is amazing the path that he takes you on in your life. And it's, I'm really excited. I'm really honored. I'm blessed to be able to look you guys in your eyes and be able to say, I'm back home. So thank you guys very much.
This is the home of Quincy High Blue Devil basketball. This